Hey everyone, welcome back and happy, Monday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk hot, messy topics, and I'm very, very excited because we have none other than the husband, Jason, joining us. And it's always so fun because I feel like I said this in a pre-record earlier. I almost feel like we play good cop, bad cop, but we're truly not intentionally playing good cop, bad cop. So I love it. Now, with that, guys, I pinned the link because all of you guys are always asking me about my Blue Mean Face Pro 2.0. I pinned the link inside of the live chat. But in the meantime, we have so many topics to get through. So before we jump in, if you guys have not, it is free. Go ahead, smash the like button, show some love. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. 150 in the room. Let's welcome Jason. Hello.
Hi. Happy Monday, everyone.
Oh, and I had to switch up your Anchor Watch. Sorry.
Wait, what'd you switch it up?
I just didn't want Anchor Watch at the bottom. This is not an Anchor Watch promotion, okay?
Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Hi,
Jason. How are you?
Hi, happy Monday. Let's go. I'm excited.
All right, guys. So
obviously Monday is not our day.
Monday's not our day. No, guys, it's been storming here and it's going to be storming all week. So that's going to kind of suck, but it's going to be great for work days because we're going to be inside. But Jason and I wanted to let you know on Friday, it is my mom's birthday. So I'm going out of town like Reese Witherspoon to Sweet Home, Alabama with my mother and my brothers and my sister-in-law to go to my brother's housewarming. So.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Wish me luck, guys.
Good
that
luck.
means that we'll be doing Hot Messy on Thursday.
That sounds good, actually, because a lot of stuff comes out in midweek where I feel like our Friday ones are a little more saucier anyway. So we'll have a good Thursday show for y'all.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. All right. So, Jason, I don't even know where to start. We have Real Housewives of Orange County drama. We have the Scheana in the Valley drama. We have Denise Richards returning to Beverly Hills. The Miami midseason trailer, the Captain Sandy rumors, Dorit has a memoir, Jen Shah has Ghislaine Maxwell now. The Salt Lake City trailer should be dropping any day now, and Portia Williams listed her home. What?
Jen Shah does not have Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, let's be honest. She was just moved to the same area. It's Martha Stewart prison, right? It's like the kind of fluffy kind.
I mean, right? I like how you say she does not have Ghislaine Maxwell, but technically she has Elizabeth Holmes and Ghislaine Maxwell in the same prison.
No, in that, I know, but what you know what I was saying. But are they taking her fitness classes? That's what I want to know.
Oh, you guys, by the way, it was so funny yesterday. We went out with the moms, and my mom actually used to talk on the phone to Jen Shah. So I might get some shit for that. I don't care. But Jen would call and leave me voicemails for my mom. What did she always call her? Fabulosa. She would always call her Fabulosa. Yeah. And she would, leave little voicemails for my mom. So my mom asked me, have you heard from Jen? How is she doing? I said, well, she's still in prison. She gets out in September of 2026. And right now,
she's that soon?
It's that soon. She's doing a Shaw Amazing Abs class. She's doing things around the prison. I said, girl's like doing her own thing. And then Jason saw a photo of her and he said, how is her face so fucking snatched right now?
You know what? Do they get treatments in this?
No, you said that. You said
they
that.
They have to. There's no way. Have you seen their lips and have you seen their faces? Like, there's got to be someone just like ramming some Botox between the bars or some shit. Like 100%.
I don't think that Botox is in the commissary.
You don't know that.
I
don't.
And I never.
I think this is a very special place.
Yes.
This prison.
Yes.
Like I don't know what you could get there.
Jason's right. I don't know that, and I never want to. But speaking of that, by the way, guys, it was rumored that it was coming out last week, but now it's rumored that it's coming out this week. The new Real Housewives of Salt Lake City trailer. Jason, are you excited for it or not? First, I am. Let me just say, I'm excited that we're not a part of it. I'll say that.
Yeah, well, that was a huge mistake on our part, right? I mean, we knew that they would twist that some way because we had the phone call recorded and it was completely different than what was aired. And then B, we trusted Whitney. Oh, what a mistake.
Well, I don't think that we knew that it was going to be done the wrong way. I think that we prepared for it to be done the wrong way. And I think that we put that out there into the universe because that's exactly what we got.
I wonder if she knew it was going to be done the wrong way.
That's a good fucking question.
That's
a great question.
Whitney,
Speaking of,
if I see you, best friend or whatever you called me on Watch What Happens Live,
no.
best friend forever. If I see you, I'll ask you.
Okay. Guys, all right. So speaking of doing things the right way or the wrong way, Scheana now is getting a lot of shit because people are thinking that she wrote about these 10 celebrity men that she hooked up with. She ranked them from the best sexual partner to the worst. She talked about the affair that her husband had while she was pregnant with her daughter. She talked about Lisa Vanderpump and everybody else that could have been mentioned in this book. Now, fans are coming forward and they're saying, Scheana, this is so thirsty, and you did this as a ploy to get a full-time role on The Valley, which is kind of something that Jason has been saying for a long time. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on what?
Do you think she did? Is the memoir a ploy to get full-time?
Absolutely, 100%. She didn't wake up one day and she was like, you know what? Now it's time to tell my story. Which, by the way, she's getting a lot of shit for that on social media. Like, you have all these TikToks of these people starting to listen to the podcast because it's free on Spotify if you're a premium member. So they start listening to it and they're like, I can't get through it. I can't get through it. So yeah, absolutely. It creates attention. It creates talk. Now people are all talking about Scheana, including us, way too freaking much. Like, I'm so over it. But it worked. She hustled her way into the Valley full time because her cameos in season 2 weren't making her a part of anything, you know?
Yeah.
But now we have this storyline. We don't have Jax. And, you know, I kind of feel like I'm just being repetitive, but they need somebody on the show. Now, Lala still hasn't gotten like an idea of where she's at.
We're not confirmed on her.
Not confirmed, but I think if you bring Scheana, I think you should bring Lala too. I think Lala would be more interesting than, you know, some of our sub players like Jasmine or, you know, or her girlfriend too. I think we can add on to it. And what I like about the Valley too is it's such a big cast, and even at the reunion, seeing them all on the couch like that, I think they should keep it big, you know.
Okay.
So, but I definitely think this was a big ploy for the Valley, Adam. Like, think about it. You know what I mean?
Well, so my next question is Scheana, obviously when you release a memoir or a book, you do a press tour, right? So she was asked about Stassi Schroeder, old school Scheana and Stassi right here, guys. But she was asked about Stassi Schroeder going on Vanderpump Villa season 2. And she said, I don't understand. I don't get the arc of it. Why was she on the show? What did she do for the show? Why did Lisa invite her onto the show? She's like, listen, at the end of the day, I guess she's getting her own docu-comedy series on Hulu. So if I was going to get my own show, then I would do the same thing. But like, I truly don't get why Stassi is even being entertained by Lisa Vanderpump. And everybody was like, girl, are you jealous? Because you said during season 11, you know, you were the one who was supposed to be on Dancing with the Stars when Ariana got Dancing with the Stars. Is this another one of those moments where you're just like pissed off because you were not the person who was picked? And I was like, oh shit, Scheana, this doesn't sound good. This does not sound good, girl. Abort.
Abort, girl, abort. I mean, listen, a lot of people are aborting listening to the audiobook. I think I'd rather read it. But at the same time, I feel like, remember I was talking about the talk around it, you know, the press around it. She needed to do this and push it through so people would be talking about her, good or bad. We talked about this, Adam. Good or bad, she will now be remembered as a New York Times bestseller, no matter what people say, no matter what the comments say.
And that's
no
what
Reddit says.
That's what I was saying about the stupid cross or dagger that was next to her name. Like, there was one next to Stassi's name, and people to this day, they remember Stassi as a 3 times New York Times best-selling author. They don't remember, okay, well, there was that little symbol and you potentially bought your shit in bulk, and that, you know, like the publisher ended up buying all of this stuff in order to like push it out to the forefront. But I do wonder, and again, we're going to move on past the Scheana stuff, guys, but I do wonder with her canceling some of her tour dates, it makes me wonder, like, were people showing up for them?
You know, too, I think a publisher will buy the bulk, if I'm not mistaken, guys. You guys can read me for filth in the comments, but I think the publisher buys it thinking or anticipating that it's actually going to sell, so that the books they buy will actually sell, which I think, you know, as thirsty as Scheana is, according to our live chat right now, as thirsty as she is, you know, it created a lot of publicity.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
So,
all right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to move on to another memoir, but I did end up posting inside of the live chat too, because we want to hear if you guys have any questions for Jason and I, of course.
Yeah, like maybe between subjects, we can take a few questions from the live chat and kind of get, because I love talking to the live chat, guys. Like, I think it's so much fun. So
Jason's actually, I need to be better about chatting with the live chat, but Rebecca Cohen said, Scheana, hot topic, rising star, buzzworthy news. Oh, okay.
Not sure about the rising star one, but yes, she's a hot topic.
Victoria Percelli said, I feel like this book was just her Hail Mary. I actually really like her, but I think she threw everyone under the bus.
Well, the thing is that she threw everyone under the bus, and then she released so much about the book. You know, like when you go to see, a good example is a Will Ferrell movie, okay? All the funny parts are in the trailer. So you get to the movie, you see those parts, and then you don't really love the rest of the movie. That's how I kind of feel like the book is going to be. We have heard everything that really means anything because that's what got you through the press tour. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know if there's something else interesting. I haven't read it. I'm not reading it. So maybe I'll find like a cliff notes of it somewhere. I'm sure there's going to be cliff notes. If not, she'll make one.
Okay. Roxy Bella, Jason, Adam, are Scheana and Pandora still friends? I would have a hard time believing that they would still be friendly, because Pandora always, first and foremost, has her family's back. And
Totally.
Lisa has not said the kindest things to TMZ about Scheana. And obviously, Scheana mentioned Lisa in her book. So I would have a really, really hard time believing that they were friendly in any capacity. Because when Kristen Doty started talking to Lisa Vanderpump like crazy out of the side of her face on Vanderpump Rules season 2, Pandora was like, who the do you think you are?
It's very interesting.
Very. Becky says, are we going to get any members only videos in the future?
Yes. Do you want me to answer that, Adam, or do you want to?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so we do have some vlogs coming up. We were supposed to vlog in New York, but guys, because I love putting those behind the scenes things together when we, go interview like Jen Shah or Kelly Dodd. We always did a behind the scenes video. And we'll be talking about Kelly here in a minute, guys. I see you already in the comments or in the live chat. But yeah, we have a lot of like behind the scenes things coming up. But New York was very busy, but we're doing a big event in Palm Springs at the end of the month with our new partners at Hello Prenup. We're going to be vlogging that. And then also we are putting a live stream once a week for members on the members channel. So I'll be there. Adam will join in sometimes, and they'll have a lot of different people call in. We'll have our members call in too, and kind of just have a lot of fun with it. And it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
guys. Get a little, fun.
Before we move on, Math asked, I heard that Kristen slept with Pandora's hubby, and that's why LVP doesn't like her. No, that definitely did not happen. So, all right. We're going to keep it moving, though, really quick. Santivia, hi. Hello.
Hey.
All right. So I want to move on to the next person because this next one, it kind of got me a little bit, only because I never heard anything about it. But Dorit Kemsley apparently will be launching her own memoir called Unburdened. And this memoir is going to cover Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, her being a mother. The way that she is selling it is this book covers everything that shaped her into the person that she is today. Now, I have a few questions and a few asks because the memoir is not going to be ready until the spring of 2026. Okay. Yesterday, I don't know what got into me, but we took the moms to Outback. We don't even go to like commercial restaurants ever. I don't even mean to sound like a restaurant snob. We just never go to like everything around is like all of these.
We don't go to chains. There are, and we love them, but we used to work in restaurants and nightlife and stuff like that, so we don't really appreciate like a chain. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We like something different.
But yesterday,
hey, it was good.
It was good. And yesterday, I don't know what got into me, but as soon as we left, like my mom was in the back seat and I was zinging jokes at her, and I had Jason like cracking up, dying laughing. And I kind of feel like in the same mood a little bit today, but with Dorit.
Oh God,
you're promising. You're promising to share all of this shit with us because you're unburdened. Girl, what we want to know is what fucking magic blender did you put 11 different accents into to come out with that one that you gave us on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Next one is, what happened to Beverly Beach, the bikinis that you were doing? Because we want to know. Those disappeared. The next question I have is Bo St. John, who is such a badass, especially when it comes to the corporate world, businesses, Fortune 500 companies. The woman is a monster and a mogul. She literally just named Dorit Kemsley as the one Real Housewife of Beverly Hills cast, the one member of the cast that she would hire to work for her. So then my next question is, well, if that's the case, then where the are your wedding dresses that you also showed us? Where is everything?
I don't know. I think chapter 7 of her memoir is going to be like all about her 7 accents. I think chapter 11 will be about bankruptcy. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't need another book or
not
memoir.
Chapter 11.
These are these are people. I'm really, when it comes to memoirs and stuff like that, I was in the arts for a long time and I loved reading, especially autobiographies. I love reading from people who have just really lived such a life. You know what I mean? And who have these stories and lessons and it was, most of the things I used to read were so monumental, right? So when Scheana is releasing like a memoir, or now we have Dorit releasing a memoir, I'm kind of like, I look a little sideways and I'm like,
well,
okay.
It's interesting because there are a few people I would actually want to hear a memoir from, like
Lisa,
Bethany Frankel. Honestly, Nene Leakes would be another one.
Yeah.
There are some memoirs that Caroline Stanbury, I would love to hear a memoir from. Even Tamra Judge
would have such but you know what? I'm not here to pitch it, but Uncut and Uncensored, Caroline Stanbury, the podcast, really great. If you want to know her, yesterday she was just like, she had an episode going off on her new assistant. You really get to know her by listening to her podcast. So that is her memoir. She literally is so flat out, just honest with everything. You got to go listen to it. It's really good.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, Caroline.
Hey, speaking of things, Stanbury. I know, I always feel like I pitch her shit. But speaking of things that we listen or watch, every morning I'm like watching, are we done with the Dorit thing? She's writing a memoir, right? We're done.
Well, I was going to say, real quick, Jason, please write a book. And I also saw where another person went in here and they were saying, Jesus Christ, it went away. Now it went away. But before we end up moving on, I did want to share one more thing with you guys. And Jason, sorry, I had to share this really quick. It was the Denise Richards of it all, because Denise Richards you go on, you talk about what you want to talk about, and then I'll bring up Denise Richards.
Oh, well, I was just going to bring up Kelly Dodd. Are we ready for that, or do we want to do Denise Richards?
No, we'll probably do Denise Richards. So guys, I don't know if you saw this, and I don't even know if you guys are excited about it or not, but if you're not excited about it, then I apologize. However, Denise Richards is bringing her divorce drama to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and TMZ caught her in every step of the way. Now, guys, 400 people in the room, but Beverly Hills producers wanted to catch her talking about the divorce with none other than Erica Jane and Sutton Stracke. Like, yes, these are the two people. Talk to the one with the husband who's in prison and talk to the other one who took her man to the bank. Because you 3 hens have 3 totally different circumstances. Your ass lost everything and you're still in question because we don't even know if you're fraudulent or not. How the do you not know that your husband has a professional baseball team, you moron? But we're not even pissed off at you because you're bringing home $500,000 in alimony a month. So you're not
the only thing I'm mad about. I'm not mad like that, Adam, but I'm mad this sounds like a very boring conversation. I'd rather her go talk to someone else about it.
Well, I go talk to somebody who's currently going through it. Go talk to Kyle and Dorit.
Yeah, right. That's what I would think. I'm here for it though. I'm here for it. Are we going to kind of push her back in a little bit? Are we picking up some cameras here? Because to be honest with you, storyline to follow.
I think it's a storyline to follow. I think that's the only reason that they should ever pick up cameras for Denise Richards. I find her to be incredibly boring. I think her family's boring. I don't think that they're.
Just let it all out.
I do. I don't think that they're interesting to watch. I think that even listening to her daughter, Sammy, like on the show, when she was talking about getting her nose job, and she's like, Mom, you f***ed me over with this ugly nose, this Richards nose. Like, now I have to get a nose job with my OnlyFans money showing my feet because you did this to me. It's like the most not relatable conversation. Your mom is Denise Richards. That's the body you were born with. And I understand that we all have issues, but like my cheeks are fat, my ass is fat, my waist isn't thin. Like I'm not getting shit done to that. So if you have a little schnobs on your face, then you go on with your little schnobs and be respectful to your mother. And your show sucks. And that's why it got canceled after
I didn't
one
like
season.
that show. Yeah.
It got canceled after one season. And then also for Denise Richards too, the only other reason I wouldn't want her on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, even though it made a moment and a meme, is every time she doesn't want to answer something, she just goes, bravo, bravo, fucking bravo. And she breaks the fourth wall.
Do you think though, like after watching herself back, because we've seen a lot of housewives come back after a season of watching themselves and be like, maybe I need to like change it up, and they do change it up. You think that we could see that? I know you're gonna say no. I get it. I get it, Adam. I get it.
That's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say,
you don't think she'd come back and be good?
Well, going into the season, I don't know if it was last season or the season before. It was the season before that with Anne-Marie Wiley before Bose came on. Denise Richards ended up going to a dinner party at Kyle Richards' house. Faye Resnick was there. Faye Resnick, the immorally corrupt, was also very annoying in that moment. But Denise
what does
Richards,
Lisa call her? Fake Resnick or something?
I don't know. But Denise Richards came on with her fur coat upside down, and Dorit was looking at her like, or it was Dorit or Erica, and they were like, Denise, like, girl, I think your jacket's upside down. And she's like, don't do that.
It's a moment
to me. I know what you're doing. Okay. And it's not going to work. And then everybody was like, no, bitch, but like really your jacket is upside down. And she's like, I'm not doing
I gotta defend her a little bit here, because I used to watch her show on E all the time, and she was great TV. She's great reality TV. So I think something was not working, and maybe that was Erin. So if she comes back, I'm sure it's not a full-time capacity. That's not happening. But if she's back this season, like I'm kind of here for it, Adam.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm going to say one more thing, guys. Also, if you have questions in the live chat, ask them now before we go into the next topic, and then I'll bring them up. But while you guys are asking questions, what I was going to say is I agree with you on the Erin thing. And the reason I agree with you was the first season that she came on, that she was really paired with Lisa Vanderpump. She was talking about his big schlang and the great sex and, oh my God, and what's in his pants and what he's working with. And she literally just like went above and beyond to eliminate the imagination of any fan who was watching the show interested in her husband. And so going into the next season, you could tell she was very visibly uncomfortable with that. And so when people would make sex jokes to her, she was uncomfortable. When people would make comments to her about just anything that was risque, she was uncomfortable. And then when she hosted a party at her house and the women were talking about threesomes in an earshot of her daughters, she was uncomfortable. So yes, I think after watching herself back and her husband being in her ear, he was like, you cannot conduct yourself like this. Like, what the f is this? No, absolutely not. And I think that she did change for the cameras. Yeah.
Well, hope that I'm good. I'm good with another chance for Denise. I really am. Look at her. She looks thin.
I mean, she looks really, really thin. Like this isn't even one of those really... like you look, oh my God, you look so good, girl. This looks like I'm not eating.
Up the workouts.
Stressed. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Almost 500 in the room. Let's see. What is anybody saying anything just to make sure?
Well, guys, we do have BravoCon coming up, and I did see a question. If I'm gonna be, this will be my first year not with Caroline at BravoCon, Caroline Stanbury. Usually I'm like doing a booth with her, so that's not happening this year. However, she's gonna be, you guys gotta listen to her podcast. She's going to BravoCon with Stephanie and Larsa and Denise. So they're just having a girls trip, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll definitely see her though, for sure.
Yeah. Cindy Jackson also said, Jason, is there a live chat during Below Deck on the website tonight?
There is not. You know, we had some problems with the coding on the live chat. I'm still trying to work it out, but you know, there's just been some issues. Some people could get on it, some people couldn't, depending on your browser, depending on like refresh things. So we just like put it to the side because we weren't getting the traction anyways. But I love our new time for Anchor Watch, which is noon tomorrow. So if you guys want to join for our Below Deck, our weekly Below Deck recap, Anchor Watch, join us tomorrow at noon. It's a lot closer to the episode than waiting till the next night and doing it late night. I feel like we've gotten tired of it by then. You know what I mean? So,
I agree. Toaster JB said, Adam, what is going on with Tamara and Eddie? He seems checked out. I don't think so. I think that he was on Watch What Happens Live and he seemed like he was fully checked in with his new veneers. And they told us 7 times that they got them from Texas. Texas Smile, go check out their veneers. It was like 7 times that we heard this. Who's your favorite housewife?
Ooh, Adam, go first.
I actually...
Of all time or current?
If it's
or how about both?
Currently on the shows as we speak. Jason?
As we speak? Oh, God. Let's see. Okay, New York is out. Potomac is out. Atlanta this season is out. Beverly Hills.
Honestly, you know who I'll give it to? Even though I find her to be incredibly problematic, I'll probably say Mary Cosby.
Oh, that's a great answer.
That
is a great answer.
I'm going to say Mary Cosby.
Of all time, because I was watching some clips, like, you know, I feel like our phones listen to us, like we know that by now. But I forget how great Lisa Vanderpump was as a housewife and how many like quick-witted things she had to say. And I guess I just got so jaded working for her for like 5 years that I don't comprehend that sometimes, but going back and looking at it, I'm like, God, you were housewives.
Yeah.
You know?
No. Well, if I think back to old school ones, then I would say probably Lisa Vanderpump, Dorinda Medley.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But if we're saying people who are still currently on their shows, Mary Cosby. But all right, guys. So here's the moment that we've been waiting for. Apparently, I got myself in just a little bit of trouble, and I did not mean to.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Adam, is every morning I listen to something, whether it's Radio Andy, Jeff Lewis, someone's podcast, Caroline's podcast, Uncut and Uncensored. Got to go listen to it. It's good.
What are you like a...
I don't know. I'm not getting paid for that. It is
like
very good.
Literally, by the way, not getting paid for that. So.
No, but I mean, some of the interviews though really like humanizes some of the housewives. Like her interview with Larsa Pippen. I'm like, why do I kind of like Larsa now? That's
you know
crazy.
What the difference is though, real quick, since you're sitting here like kissing Caroline's ass, which I also
I don't need to kiss Caroline's ass.
She would literally say right now, you're licking my ass. Like Caroline is so funny. The first time I met Caroline, you guys, she called me. This was BravoCon. Caroline can validate this story. And she was such an asshole, but I love her for it because it was the funniest way of being an asshole. She was like, darling, where are you? And I'm like, what do you mean? We just got to New York. I'm helping Jason and his cousin set everything up for Caroline. She's like, darling, we're at lunch. Mind you, there's a ton of people at lunch. We just got off of a plane. I'm in like biker shorts like Kim K. You would literally think I'm wearing like spandex shorts that are like shoved up my ass. And I show up to this fancy like 5-star restaurant, show up with these shorts, like where I'm giving nothing but thigh. And she goes, hey, it's my first time actually meeting her in person. And she's like, what are those? And I'm like,
she's like, are you about to teach a berries class?
I'm like, you didn't tell me that we were going to lunch. And she's like, you should stay prepared. What is that? And I was like,
that was hilarious. Do you know, fun fact, guys, that Caroline Stanbury was, this is what, 5 years ago now? What are we, 2025? Caroline was Adam's first interview on Up and Adam.
Well, what I was going to say is that's why her interviews are so good with like Larsa and other people. When you said that she humanizes people, it's because it's different when you're talking to somebody who's on the same playing field as you. Because when you're in an interview with somebody who has walked the same line, it's not like you don't feel like somebody's trying to get a got you moment. You feel like, oh my God, you can relate, I can relate, and we can share our stories. That's the difference.
Valid.
And that's what Caroline's good at. But okay. All right. So moving on, I'm just going to play a clip. First off, Jason will give you the context after this, and I'll even try calling Kelly in between. But
he's busy.
Jason came down and told me, I'm going to tell this really quick, guys. Jason came down this morning. I was filming TikToks and I was filming pre-records before we were actually about to come on live. Jason was taking a bath, as one does. He loves his Mr. Bubbles, and he also loves the coconut.
No, I don't love Mr. Bubbles. That's
yes,
you.
He does. Yes, he does.
You are Mr. Bubbles. We just need like a little duck to float in there.
Anyways, Kelly Dodd's brother ends up doing this stupid, silly video of her, and I covered it because I thought it was ridiculous. And everything that he said about her, that's not how Jason and I feel, because he talked about her as a mother, as a person, everything. That was not our experience, so we spoke on it. And I thought it was fine. Normally, I'll call Kelly about stuff like this, but I didn't think that I should call Kelly because I thought her brother was just a D-bag. And I'm like, I love Kelly, so I'm not even going to bother her with this. Well, Jason came down and told me that they were talking about it and saying that, you know, like Rick was saying, well, we love Up and Adam, but I'm just kind of shocked that he didn't call, which now looking back, I should have. But I'm going to give you guys the context by playing you the videos, and then I'm going to let Jason share more. But hold on. Here's the first one. There's 2 parts to the video of Kelly Dodd's brother, Eric.
So everybody keeps contacting me about my sister and this and that. Okay. So I'm just going to set the record straight here. Nobody talks to her. My mother doesn't talk to her. She's not invited to my niece's wedding whatsoever. She doesn't like her. She's not close with Carly. Supposedly she said that she was close with Carly on her podcast. That's a lie. My dad doesn't talk to her. He said she's a horrible daughter. That's a lie. I don't talk to her. Her niece and nephews don't talk to her. Her mother doesn't talk to her. That's self-explanatory. Doesn't that tell you something about somebody? I mean, it's just self-explanatory. Nobody wants anything to do with her own family. The only person another thing, her own daughter doesn't talk to her. She disowned her. She has nothing to do with her. Jolie's done with her, and she's just a terrible mom. Terrible. So I just want to and another thing, I'm going to call out page 6. My sister said I sold stories or whatever. I never did that. And I'm calling you out too right now, page 6. So if I did, go ahead and tell everybody if I did or not. But I never showered.
Okay. So
that's
guys,
the most believable thing, by the way.
That was, oh my God.
Listen.
Okay. That was part 1. Hold on.
Oh, there's another part. How long does he talk in the bathroom for?
Hold on.
Oh, and another thing,
get changed first.
6. My sister said I sold stories. Never did that. And I'm calling you out too right now, page 6. So if I did, go ahead and tell everybody if I did or not. But I never did. Kelly said that supposedly on her podcast. So I never did any of that. So I just want to set the record straight. There's lying. Her whole family doesn't talk. The only person that talks to Kelly is Rick. They're 2 peas in the pod. He doesn't even talk to his own daughter. So that's self-explanatory. So I just want to let everybody know and set the record straight. She's on her podcast, putting that out there. Her mom, her daughter, Jolie, my niece, Tatum, she's not invited. Kelly is not invited whatsoever.
Okay. Wait. So, that's how it started. Right?
That's how it started. Now, as I said, Adam, this morning, I always have something on. I had Daily Smash or whatever they have their show, Rick and Kelly. I had that on because I just, I like to listen to a lot of different things. I don't like to just like stay with one thing. And I was listening, and coincidentally, they were bringing this up and talking about it. And when I knew it was a topic for today, I was like, okay, let me see what they have to say because I'm really curious. And that's when they were like talking about you and saying that I wish, he would have called us and instead of, get like a quote from us or something, kind of our take on it before you did a video.
I should have. I actually, that truly is on me. I should have called. You want to know, truly swear to God, I swear on my mother, the reason that I did not call was because I thought it was so ridiculous. And I was like, I don't even want to bother her with this because I'm sure that 50 million people were. And I was just going to defend her anyways, because that's not how I view her.
And that's also not true. Like a lot of the things that he said weren't true. And I'm not trying to defend one person or the other. I mean, like, I also have family members who are very much like her brother. So, you know, I understand that not everyone is for you, even if they're family. They're not always supportive of you. But I mean, that's not true. I mean, I think her brother, they were saying something about her brother, like called their dad and said he was gay and needs to come out of the closet or something. So this guy is kind of like whack too. And they
Well,
were just saying, consider the source. It seems like he's jealous and kind of like out for her, but like why, we don't know. Right. Oh
mhm.
yeah. She got in a lot of trouble for sharing this too. From her dad. But she speaks to Jolie. Like this is all like BS. And then to say that she's a bad mother, listen, I know that everybody has different opinions on different people. Perception is such a big thing. And actually, when Adam and I went to go do the interview with Kelly and Rick, I don't really get like weird, but I was kind of like nervous because you don't know what to expect with Kelly, right? You don't, it's not going to be just a plain white page. It's going to be like all over the place. Like, so I was like, oh, I don't know what to expect. Literally, guys, I know a lot of people are going to chew me out in the comments. One of the most lovely people I've ever met. And she has great friends that were around her. She was great to her daughter, just started a job, and she was being very supportive with that. I got completely opposite of what everyone thinks or sees of Kelly Dodd. And I actually really appreciate her and Rick. And like, we don't share the same thoughts on certain things. I don't even want to go into politics about anything because I disagree with a lot of people on politics. But not really the person that I think you guys, you know, as she gets portrayed a lot
Right.
in the press. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say.
Care Bear said, you defend Scheana. No, I do and I don't. I don't always defend Scheana. There are certain things that I don't necessarily agree with. Scheana is like my version of Jason saying that he doesn't talk politics.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things that I agree with and certain things that I don't. But hold on. Here is Kelly's response.
Me, and that mom doesn't talk to me. I don't know why mom doesn't talk to me. It's because of him.
Not the red Solo cup.
And he said that you said that I'm a terrible daughter and that I'm the worst person on the face of this earth.
He's so full of shit. You know what? I had a month ago with him, and he said every dirty word to me in the book, and I told him, I said, you know what? I feel like beating the shit out of you, but you're not going to do that. I'm going to pray for you and your mom.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to do. That's what I told him. I said,
thank you.
That's all.
Wait, Dad, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you right back. But isn't he? Eric is the biggest piece of shit, right?
She's
he's worse than shit.
Right.
He's a
devil.
He's sick.
Yeah.
You know, the way he uses language like that, I said that language doesn't come from God or the Bible. It comes from the hell.
He is.
Hell.
But then what I'm going to say is with the whole mother thing, bad mothers without proof. Thank you, Santivia. We saw it in person.
I'm just getting out of the shower. Sorry. I'm so sorry with my mantis. And my restraining orders from every woman, and I had never had a kid or a family or owned a home. And yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna believe what my brother Eric, psychopath, restraining orders, rap sheet. Oh yeah. We're gonna believe what Eric Meza has to say. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't think she needs to respond to this. I really don't. And I think even today on their show on Daily Smash, Rick and Kelly were talking about, like, Rick was like, we don't need to respond. Let's take the high road. Because it does say a lot. I mean, we've had a lot of people come after us, Adam, and it's so much easier to ignore it and take the high road than it is to sit there and fight back, especially when things are false. But, you know, she's just so fucking entertaining when she does this like crazy stuff that I love it. But she doesn't need to do it.
It's different though. Let me just say this too. When Jason and I first started YouTube and stuff, guys, I feel like I have lost so many friends. I mean, a lot of my friends have died, to be honest with you, not to be like morbid, but like they're dead.
Pretty morbid.
Yeah, that's pretty morbid, but they're dead. And then on the other side of it, it's like, I've always said this to Jason and like my family. you know, I went to 13 different schools, you guys. So I have always just moved around with my family. I didn't like ever really make like a lot of friends because I was just kind of like Carrie Underwood, like this is my temporary home, so I'm not going to get adjusted to you where I'm going to I know. I'm not going to get adjusted to you where like all of a sudden I'm going to be like ripped away and I have to go somewhere else. So I don't even want to get to know you. I got into like this mode where I didn't want to get to know you because of that. And so I truly put such a heavy value and price on my family, our family, and when it comes down to it, I don't care if it's my own personal siblings or if it was Jason's siblings or my family or his family. If there was a moment where one of them, and we were in on a different platform where we had more attention, where one of them went on and talked about how terrible we were and how much our family hated us, I would be a mess. I would be like,
But they have, Adam. They have. Like, remember that woman who like commented on something that was like friends with your, I don't know, your stepmoms.
Well,
and then also like you had an aunt go and write horrible things all over Instagram, like we should die of AIDS and all that.
Oh my God.
I mean, like
you guys
like that. Yeah, absolutely. We have family attack us too. Like it's just horrible.
We did have it twice. We had one person who came out of the woodwork, a stepmom's old friend, and she was a moron, and I shut that shit down so quick. And then I also had an aunt that we found through the Ellen show, and I don't talk to her now, but she's going through her own family struggle, so I'm not even like her son unfortunately passed away, who I guess is my cousin, but she went under 40 of my videos on Instagram and commented that she hopes that I die of HIV, that Jason dies. If we don't, she was like, I hope you take your own life and you unalive yourself. All of these horrific things, which like, by the way,
you're assuming what we're gay, that we have like some,
which was so stupid. By the way, guys, you would be so proud of Jason and I because we don't give a shit about conflict or anything. Like we're so easy to deal with when it comes to conflict resolution, because if you have an issue, we don't care. We'll talk to you. Like, what is the issue? Put it on the table. Make sure you get me a Prosecco and also like an appetizer. But yeah, we'll talk about it. And so my mom actually met her sister at the time. This was after, and they were like, well, we want to meet Adam and Jason. So we went out to a restaurant. It was a Hawaiian restaurant called RHOBH. Do you remember?
Yeah. It's down by
Tarzana, yeah?
No, Topanga Hills, right?
Oh, Topanga Hills. Okay, so in LA. So we go to this Hawaiian restaurant. Jason and I sit right across from her, and we're like, "Hi."
It's different. It's different because the keyboard warriors. I'm telling you, even like some of the comments that we get, most of them are supportive. I'm going to say 95% of our comments are just so supportive on YouTube, and I appreciate that because we've worked hard to build a community that's more positive. You know what I mean? And not always so negative and hateful, because we have enough of that in the world. Right. We have politics right now that are controlling like this big divide and everybody, which really you can see someone on a human level. And that's exactly what happened is when you sit in front of a person who was a keyboard warrior, who probably regrets what they said, when you actually sit in front of them, it changes. Everything changes. And that's why, like, you know, you don't even read the comments anymore. I go through them for you.
I mean,
you know, and sometimes
that's
you do.
Not true. But I do. I let you go through them first.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
by the way, right?
Sometimes no, she's at the dentist.
Okay.
But you know, a lot of people like get crazy on us too. We have so many different kinds of friends who are from every side of the political aisle, every religion, every belief. Some people's beliefs don't align with us, but that doesn't mean just like throw them out and not talk to them or be friends with them. You know what I mean? I have a different respect for Kelly and Rick, you know, that goes beyond like I just was talking about. It's humanity. It's not like, I don't care what you believe or think or who you vote for. Like that's
to piggyback off of that, you know, like, and I don't care if he listens to this, guys, and sometimes he does, but my uncle and I, sometimes we will butt heads like a mother. My uncle is a single gay man. He waited to come out, lived with his parents, my grandparents, until they passed away. Didn't move out till he was almost 40. And now he's been single like ever since, doesn't want a relationship, loves how everything works, but he's very, very specific. So if you don't align with his beliefs, his value system, or his political beliefs, There is no space in his world. He cut out all of his friends over politics. So yes, it is one of those things. It's like sometimes in a weird way, even if we don't align with somebody, I think that it is important to compartmentalize and understand it's okay. You might not have the same religion. That's fine. That's called diversity. You might not have the same, you might not be voting for the same fucking person, but at the end of the day, you guys might share a lot of like qualities.
I feel like people do a disservice.
Better memories. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you do a disservice to yourself by doing that. I feel like, because you can learn so much from so many people. You can have conversations. I've had the best conversations with people I don't align with politically, or I don't, I don't love everything they do, but we have some great moments. You know what I mean? You can learn from each other. I think that's what it is. I don't know. We get so much shit for being friends with them, and I'm like, I don't know why. That's a weird thing from keyboard warriors. You know, it's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing. But guys, we're gonna keep it moving because we're gonna go to Jason's favorite. This just makes me want to make it a little bit messy and just do it.
No, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Did you like take the pill this morning?
I'm being a little sexy pants. No. Okay, sorry guys.
Not like that, girl. Jeez.
This morning, guys, I got an elbow to the face so hard because I took Jason's pillow, and he is a combative warrior in his sleep. You have no idea. But we're gonna take this over to Miami, guys, because Jason loves Miami. I love Miami. It was one of the shows that should never have been put on pause. But listen, who cares? That's a thing in the past. This is a thing of the now. We have the season 7 mid-season trailer.
So good.
Can I just say really quick 2 things? One, the fact that they gave us a trailer without a ton of explosive moments, like it wasn't like some crazy and like Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter trailer where it was like all of the moments happened in this trailer. It was actually really fun loving and a little silly, and we'll get into it.
But interesting.
It was interesting. I was like,
it was good.
Yeah. But then this came out. No, ma'am. Obviously, we know we kicked off the season with Julia Lemagova and Gertie having this whole big issue over the cruise, blah, blah, blah. This
is so stupid. I hate even giving this attention. Okay, go ahead.
I have an audio.
Yeah, I have an audio.
600 people in the room, guys. I got an audio.
I got an audio. You got to listen to my audio.
But it came out where Adriana Demora, she was teasing a fan that Gertie was potentially left out because Julia Lemagova was trying to sneak behind her wife Martina's back and go hook up with Captain Sandy, which I was like, wait, what? First of all, not saying Julia Lemagova, this is nothing about her looks, nothing like that. If you ever meet Captain Sandy or even her wife, Leah, her wife is not only stunning, she is the sweetest woman ever.
Gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She's so kind. And like, she has the voice of an angel. Like the woman is a 10 out of 10. Nobody is cheating on this woman. Let me just say that. Secondly, Adriana Demora, she's pissed off. She is bitter. She reminds me right now of Megan King Edmonds screaming across the table at Vicky Gunvalson when Heather Dubrow did her whole, like, I'm going to throw lunch at my new house that just has boards everywhere because nothing's done. And she said, you're just a bitter old woman that has a chip on her shoulder. And that's kind of like what Adriana Demora was in this moment. You are bitter because somebody who you brought on who was a best friend ended up forging new friendships with Alexia and Marisol.
She needs to stay on the show. This is how you do it.
This is how you do it. Now, the fan ends up taking this information over to Marisol Patton. Of course, Marisol says, I don't talk to blogs, but since you brought it to me, let me tell you. And that's how she goes into it. She's like, I don't talk to bloggers. I don't do this. But since you brought it to me, this is disgusting. So goes on and says that none of this is true. Now, the same blog fan brings back Marisol's response, sends it to Adriana, and Adriana goes, wait, oh my God, what are you talking about? I didn't mean like she was trying to hook up with Captain Sandy, like hook up sexually. I meant like hook up for dinner. And I'm like, no, girl.
Okay, like you know the difference. We've seen it on.
You're a housewife.
We have 7 seasons of Adriana, right? We've seen it. We've seen it. You know what a hookup is, girl. Yeah, this is...
So from that point,
She's messy.
Julia Limagova, this past week, she was on with Isaac Mizrahi, I believe that's his name. So
Yeah.
she was on with him
Designer.
on designer on Watch What Happens Live. And one of the moments that he said was his most enjoyable was Julia splashing Gertie in the face. Now, Jason and I didn't like this because Jason pointed out several
Neither
times.
did Andy.
Well, and neither did Andy, but Jason pointed out several times when she splashed her, bitch literally tried to empty the whole glass. Like this was splashing with intent. This was like,
it wasn't splash. It was splash. Let me empty this fucking glass.
Oh,
that's what it was. That's why, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. But yeah, splashing my glass. But you know, she was just like, it was a little too much. You know what I mean? And now Gertie is getting all the backlash for showing the text, which we talked about last Hot and Messy.
Yeah.
We talked about how that's like a no-no for trust. Now, no one's going to text you ever, Gertie, ever. I understand why she wanted to do it, but also wrong place, wrong time. So was Julia's thing. Wrong place, wrong time, but that was actually physical assault, you know? Whereas like the text messages, I mean, you were at an event, you know, with cancer survivors. So I don't think they really cared about this drama either after surviving cancer. I'd be like, let it go, you know? But sorry, I'm done.
Okay. All right. So Gertie is now addressing and calling out Julia Limagova and Isaac over the disgusting Watch What Happens Live comments on 2 T's and a pod.
Because that's the place to do it.
I mean,
that's the place to do it.
Why would you not? Right? Here we go.
But I have to say, before you push play.
Oh, go ahead.
Isaac's takes were just horrible the whole night. Like horrible. Like he should no.
Do you have anything else to say, by the way? You muted yourself.
Sorry. No, I didn't. Okay. Play it.
Getting on my nerves, working on my
Oh, is that why you're fixing your hair? You're fixing your hair because I'm getting on your nerves?
Sweating on my well, okay.
Okay. Let's play the damn clip, girl.
Did you see last night's whatever that was? Did you see that last night? Watch What Happens Live, I heard.
I did. I wanted to talk to you about the Watch What Happens Live. What are your thoughts?
Okay, well, I still am flabbergasted at how she's apologizing only for the water throwing assault and not the lies. That's what's blowing my mind.
Yes.
And so that tells me that this person has not learned a single thing, is not really apologetic, and it's because of the backlash that she's doing this about the water splashing in my face that she threw. And
you can't see water splashing. Water splashing is like if you're on a boat and all of a sudden water splashes.
Yes. And for Isaac Mizrahi, if you're listening, I am disgusted. Unacceptable. And this is not for entertainment. Okay. I was degraded on national television, humiliated, and how dare you?
And she sat there and just
grinned. Because if I was really sorry, I was going to say, you know what? I'm so sorry. This is not right. I really mean I'm sorry, and I don't need you to hype me up on this. Disgusting.
There was absolutely no reason it needed to get to that point. And if she did do it, and it was a reflex, like she's trying to claim, why not say, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry right now.
Julia is a third physical offender. Okay, let's go back to Bahamas. She tried to pour an entire ice bucket on Marisol, and we helped make that not happen. And there's another situation that was not aired. Okay, that was actually interesting as well. So we will discuss this at the reunion because the sweet voice is gonna only take you so far. And when you have repeat offenses, we're going to have to talk about it.
Yeah, I think
on and popping.
Okay. Well, obviously, listen. I've said this multiple times to you guys, but if somebody poured a drink, if you throw a drink in my face, I'm probably going to crack you over the head with the drink. So that's just that. But moving on. The Real Housewives.
I do have to say though, like, I mean, listen, Isaac is as much as I'm not a really huge fan of him. He has an opinion. He's allowed to have an opinion. It's fine. Like we're watching a show, and I know that entertainment gets intertwined with relationships and flipping tables and throwing glasses and breaking glasses, and it is entertainment, unfortunately. But
Who's that really annoying comedian guy that comes on? The older guy that Kenya said, "Oh, if I want to be like you, like a middle-aged white fat guy."
Michael Rappaport, is that what
Michael
are you talking
Rappaport,
about?
yes.
No.
Yes, that's what it reminds me of. It's like sometimes shut up. You want to have an opinion just to have a differing opinion to make yourself like get some attention. Shut up. Or
do you think though?
Hold on? I was just gonna say really quick. Or if Isaac wants so bad, if he wants to see a drink thrown in his face, then let's bring him up to BravoCon. Let's have Gertie throw a drink right in his face. Let's see how you like. You like it? I want to see.
Yeah. No, I get it. I wonder how long we're going to keep on this storyline, though, because if you do watch the mid-season trailer, there's a lot of things that happen. It looks like we do have Julia and Gertie getting some kind of resolution. But of course, we're not going to hold that resolution through the season. We're going to bring it up again at the reunion. I think this was just kind of a very messy fight. But this is what I love about Miami and what I loved about the mid-season trailer is they give us everything. Within 3 episodes, we had a wedding, a divorce, you had Todd and Alexia fighting. Larsa and Lisa are fighting. Julia and Gertie no one is getting along, and it's great. It's amazing. And then we have this, and then Stephanie Chauget at like 4 episodes in gets introduced, and then we have Lisa arriving late, Stephanie calling her out, which we all want to call her out for being late, right? Andy does every reunion, and then we have the narcissist party. And that is just season is wild. It's just so wild. So I love the mid-season trailer. I think Spain looks great. I think this cruise that they're going to go on is going to be a mess. I think Alexia, like Peter telling Alexia about Todd and not wanting her to get back together with Todd. So Frankie has to be around him.
Yeah.
It's not fair to Frankie, which I agree with. And now we have a new feud of Adriana and Julia. This season is like crazy. I cannot wait for season 8 already. And we're not even through season 7. I think everyone on this cast and this show, again, we're watching a show, guys, so Gertie's amping this up as much as she can. Julia's also amping things up, but I have to agree with Gertie. She does kind of like, I forgot what she said in that clip. But when Julia was pressed about what Martina said about surrogacy on X, formerly Twitter, do we have to keep saying that anymore? I'm not sure.
No.
She wasn't able to give it was a very prepped answer. So I feel like Julia is receiving a lot of backlash, not only for the drink throwing, for someone who just recovered from cancer. This is it's the shittiest thing you can possibly do. And then on top of it, your wife is going on and saying that surrogacy is such a horrible thing, which for people like us, no. And for people who decide to do it, that's up to them, but it's just, Miami is just really good. Yeah. It's really good. And someone in the live chat just asked Adam and Jason, what's your favorite Housewives show? Miami and Salt Lake.
Yeah. Miami
and Salt Lake.
Rebecca Cohen said, what's your latest guilty pleasure?
Ooh.
Oh, yours is Foundation.
I was just going to say Foundation on Apple TV. I'm such a geek, guys. I'm a Trekkie. I love watching weird stuff but it's so good. Foundation is so good.
For me, it's anytime a new Reese Witherspoon show comes out, or even Outer Banks or something like that, which I know sounds so stupid, or like the Kardashians. You guys
what
have
did we
no
just
idea.
watch?
I don't know,
weird.
But it's so funny because people wouldn't even know this. Guys, I'm so fucking annoying when it comes to laying in bed next to me and trying to give me the remote to find something on TV. Jason, literally, I'm not even joking. Jason can go take a shower. He can run to Publix. He can go get a snack. He can come back, probably preheat the oven, put drinks in the freezer to cool them off quick, and still come back. And also,
what am I getting at Publix? This sounds great. I'm preheating the oven. I'm getting drinks that were cooling down. What is this? Should we do that tonight?
I don't know. All right. Anyways, guys. Oh, this has been an hour.
You literally sit there. We go you get on the remote and you're just clicking through things. So I just get on my phone and I start scrolling. What is it called? Doom scrolling. I keep doom scrolling through TikTok and watching really dumb videos and then sending them to people, usually Gelsey, but yeah. Yeah. Very strange.
Who do you want to meet that you haven't met yet?
Oh my God, that's a question. Does it have to be Bravo? No.
If it's not Bravo, probably, and you guys are gonna think that this is really shitty, and I'm sorry. Kris Jenner, I just want to hear about how did you turn these bitches into $1 billion business?
Adam, I've already met her, so that's not one for me. Ocean Ramsey.
Oh,
I'd like to meet Ocean Ramsey.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I would
cool.
love to meet her. I think that, you know, what she does with sharks is incredible. And I love that she got a Netflix documentary. We've been following her since she had like no followers.
Yeah.
She's fabulous.
And
Fabulous. I would love to
her
meet
husband is Juan Sharks.
Yeah, great photographers.
He's her
great-
oceanographer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, do you think Larsa should still be on Real Housewives of Miami? The toxic duo should be friends of Alexis is not thinking about her boys when she wants to go back to her ex. Alexia, I agree with Peter. If this man can do that to your son who has been through it already and just empty the house with him there, I find that to be very, very disturbing.
Red flag. Alexia's never been bothered about red flags. Like, just look at her past.
Yeah.
Drug dealers,
Larsa,
gay
do I
men.
think that do I think that she should still be on the show? Absolutely.
100%.
Janine said, question for Jason. What's your prediction about Todd and Alexia?
I don't know, because Alexia doesn't seem like all in the right mind, you know, when it comes to this kind of thing. Like, what do girls think with? I know guys think with their dicks, but what do girls think with? Because that's what she's thinking with right now. Okay. Not her heart, honey. Or she's thinking about the bank, maybe. You know, she's always had someone take care of her, right?
Cindy Jackson said,
this question.
Which housewife is your least favorite? Guys, I could probably go on to every franchise and give you a least favorite housewife. This one for me is super, super easy. Like, if you go over to the Beverly Hills Housewives, I would probably say Taylor Armstrong, or who was the woman who had the hot NFL player husband that nobody can ever remember her name, but she was deaf in one ear?
What the hell?
Oh my God. Who? You guys are going to know exactly. She called out Erica. She was really, really annoying, very competitive. She was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, worst housewife.
Wait,
Real
what?
Housewives, yes.
Not Eden Sassoon, no?
No.
That one? No.
Real Housewives of Orange County, Bronwyn.
Catherine?
Catherine,
yeah. I said Catherine? Yeah. Oh, Catherine?
Catherine.
I thought she was more entertaining than Teddy. I think Teddy is probably one of the worst housewives we've ever had in history, which is really working out for her. I'm not trying to like down her or whatever, because
no, but it's working out for her in a podcast.
And
yeah,
100%. She's a good media person, but not a great housewife.
So I'll go with Teddy.
Just does not fit.
Who is your least favorite?
I think everyone's going with Teddy. My least favorite, Scheana on OC right now, is I'm like over it. And I used to really like give her credit. I'm like, oh, she's so relatable. I'm like, and that's what's not working. And then who else? You know, there's not one person in Miami I consider a bad housewife or a friend of. I think every friend of could be a housewife.
I didn't like Leah, but she's not on the show.
Loved her when she was on the show.
Oh, I didn't. I was like, she annoyed the shit out of me.
Everybody except Jessel and Aaron on New York. I mean, you know, we can go on and on.
Yeah. Leslie Collins, do you like Next Gen NYC? Actually,
you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I did come around. So Adam was like, this is going to be a huge show, because this is going to, you know, you keep all the millennials that have been watching Housewives for so long by having the Housewives on the show, but you're bringing in this new generation of people who they can relate to on a reality TV show. I think it's actually brilliant. I was not on board for this at the beginning. And Adam, you called it. You said this is going to be the biggest show on Bravo. And they had the biggest premiere in history. So,
yeah. Rebecca Cohen, I'll answer this. Do you have a mentor? No. Marnie, what do you both think about Craig Conover's new girlfriend?
You just passed that over. No. Oh, the one that he was seen outside of coincidentally Republic with? When they were walking by, that was exactly where they were filmed. I'm like, is this planned? What was happening?
Imagine that. How is Teddy? Teddy still has cancer, so I would probably just leave that there. And then,
someone said Joyce. Joyce?
Joyce? All right.
Yoink.
If you had to cast a Housewives girls trip, who would be going? Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to answer this really quick.
This is good. Wait, hold on. This is so good.
Then I'll bring this one up. If I was going to cast a Housewives trip, I would want the most problematic people. So I would probably. Oh, I didn't even realize. Sorry, I cut my foot open. I would probably cast Tamra Judge from the Real Housewives of Orange County. From the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I would probably bring Lisa Rinna. From the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I would probably bring Mary Cosby. The Real Housewives of New York, I would either bring Sonia, Ramona, or Dorinda. The Real Housewives of Potomac, I would probably just bring Candace because she is problematic. Real Housewives of Atlanta, I would bring Kenya Moore. Real Housewives of Miami, I would probably bring Stephanie Shoji. And then Real Housewives of New Jersey, I would bring Margaret Josephs. That's what I would want. I would just want a cast full of people who just know the assignment and I would love to rip each other apart.
An ultimate girls trip. It's like, let's do the jailbirds. Let's do like Jen Shah, Teresa, Karen. Like let's do Real Housewives of the system. You know,
not the Real Housewives of the system. All right, guys. So with Jason, did we cover everything?
Yeah, I think so, guys. Don't forget that tomorrow at noon we have Anchor Watch, our weekly Below Deck chat, where Gelsey and I take over Adam's channel to recap Below Deck, which is still the highest rated show, even though it's been a shitty season. Last episode got really good. I think this episode is going to be really good. And we have like an inkling that the rest of the season is also going to be really good. It's supposed to be the most firings we've ever had on Below Deck. And right now I'm finding that very hard to believe, but we'll see. We'll see.
Which Housewives house would you rather spend the night at? I know I probably would not want to spend the night at Gina's house, and I would probably either want to stay at Bluestone Manor or
be on the floor.
It would probably
I'm kidding.
Villa Rosa, but yes. All right, guys. Well, anyways, smash the like button, show some love. We have TikToks coming out for you. We have polls, and I don't know if you guys have been following, but if you haven't been following, then go over to upandadamlive.com. The traction is always getting bigger and better every single week. So thank you, you guys. But you can check out, we have new stories. We have things coming out. You can see where we have our latest videos, our podcasts, our amazing team of writers. And we're just going to keep building on it and keeping it growing. So,
and everything, it's not breaking news. It's very great opinion pieces and behind the scenes. One of our writers has worked in production. Another of our writers, I can't tell you what she did, but they have really great insights to things. So it's very, what do you call it? Selective. What they write about. It's very selective. So we always have a great recap of like Miami, Below Deck. I do Below Deck. It's great. So yeah, that's fun.
All right.
That's fun. Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday, guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Really quick thing I want to say.
Yeah.
If you're listening on the podcast, leave us a 5-star review and comment, please. It helps us out so much. So I know you guys are all hitting that like button right now. I can feel it. Like I feel the likes just coming in. All the thumbs are going up. I can feel it. That doesn't sound right. But anyway, thumbs up, like us. But also if you're listening on the podcast, leave us a 5-star review and comment, please. It helps us out a lot.
We'll see you later, you guys. Love you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.